My FYP is calling me out so hard right now. So I've shared with you guys that I'm neurodivergent, but I am getting officially evaluated next month for autism, and I also threw in ADHD in there because why not? I'm not sure about that one. I do question the autism one a lot. Um, Hence why I decided to take the plunge on doing it. So, as a result of just what I like in the algorithming, I've gotten a lot of videos from content creators talking about the signs of being autistic. And it's to the point that if I'm not diagnosed with autism, I will be very surprised. The last video I saw before I decided to come and make a video was a guy who was talking about how to tell if someone has autism by looking at their video, and that's if their eyes just move around or they may move their head. I'm pretty sure I've already moved my eyes around in this video. I had another one where it was a woman and they were talking about how a sign, and they were diagnosed with autism, but a sign is like she would change the pitch of her voice. So with certain people, like if she was masking, right? If she was masking, the tone of her voice would get higher. So I do that a lot. I maybe am I doing it right now? Maybe a little bit. Sometimes I have to check in and intentionally like stop, like lower like the tone of my voice, right? I usually like my tone will get higher if I'm talking to like customer service people, if I'm talking to older adults, if I'm in certain spaces, I will heighten the pitch of my voice, right? Did not know that was a thing. Um, when I was younger, like a kid, I used to pick my scabs, like habitually, like, impulsively, pain stimming. I also like to sit in closets to help regulate. I haven't done it recently as I've gotten older, but a lot when I was younger. Um, Hyperfixation, I don't know. I used to read a lot as a kid. I struggle to do so now as an adult, but just I could get lost in a book for hours and read through series like it was nothing. And I used to write a lot, and I still do have a very rich, imaginative inner world. Um, just yeah, a lot of things go up in here. I always like joke like if I could somehow translate what was in my brain out, like when I listen to music, for example, sometimes I will do it and I'll pace around in a circle, and then I will imagine like a music video in my head, and I'm like, if damn, if only I could, if only I had editing skills, right? If only I could translate what I was thinking. I would be making some bomb edits. I would be writing some bomb books. I would be making some bomb movies. I'm very detail oriented. I've gotten told that I give too much detail. I give too much detail. If you ask me to be concise, I can't do it. That's why my videos are not they're not short. I can use the full 10 minutes if needed because I just feel like every detail is important, which doesn't really, I mean, in this time and day or time and age where, our brains can not pay attention longer than 3 seconds, it's a little difficult, but I just have to say what I have to say. There's that. Just I'm trying to see what else there is, guys. I've been dissecting this a lot. It's been on my brain a lot as far as is there anything else I've missed that is very obvious, right? Is super obvious. Uh, I mean, eye contact and stuff like that. That's more so as an adult. Social cues. Sometimes I think I did that as a kid. Sometimes I overshare. Um, like sometime it might have been like within the past year. I went to I had a doctor's appointment and I went to go check in, and the receptionist, very nice, uh, she checked me in and then she said I had a copay, and I corrected her uh, nicely, and I was like, I'm out of pocket for the year. I shouldn't have a copay. Um, and this is like back in March, right? And she's like, "Oh, like cool, that's awesome. You met your out of pocket." I immediately proceed to say, "Yeah, I have multiple sclerosis, so I have to get an infusion twice a year, and I get one in January, and it meets my out of pocket." That was unnecessary to tell her all that. And then I felt super bad because then it seemed like she felt bad and she's like, "Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry." And I was like, "Oh no, it's okay." Like I was just explaining why I'm out of pocket so quick in the year. And it's like you don't have to do that. So I mean, also I've been listening to K-pop Demon Hunters on repeat since the movie came out, and I've watched it like 5 times, which if you know me, that's a huge deal because I don't rewatch stuff. Um, I wear headphones when I go to the grocery store because I get overstimulated. When me and someone else are trying to like find space in the aisle, I want to have a panic attack. When I see certain things like hair in the shower, it makes me want to like vomit a little bit. It just makes my skin crawl. I don't like that. Yeah, I feel like I could go on and on. I'm pretty sure there's stuff I'm missing, but we be I would be more surprised if I wasn't formally diagnosed with autism. You guys have signs that you weren't aware of? Is it obvious, guys? Do is it obvious? Is it showing a little bit? But that's it. I don't know what I'm doing on this app. But as always, I will see you guys in the next one.